I got a message today. Standing on the edge. Something great. I'm getting like this just sense of like comedy. I feel like you're going to be surprised by something emotionally. It's going to like take you out of this state of like almost feeling like frozen, like stuck, like stagnancy. But it's like you've been in that for such a long period and you've done it with grace. Crown, third eye chakra activation. Your ancestors are like raising a glass to you. They're celebrating you right now. Your team, your spirits, your guides, they're just celebratory because you're cracking the code. You're receiving the knowledge. And color is about to become like flying into your world. Color. It's like a new way of seeing things. Like emotional fulfillment. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think this has something to do with your, just your path in general, your passions, your creative endeavors, your pursuits, your dreams. And it's just like learning how to fill your own cup. Like you're just like molding in becoming this archetype, new archetype. Holding the flame. Something with, what is that called? Wheat. Someone might need some more fiber in their diet. More fruit, more berries. Remember to slow down and feed yourself. It can be easy to get caught up in your mind with all this energy, all this passion, all this decisions and choices, creative endeavors. It's like almost too wrapped up in the divine and forgetting to slow down when needed. Not even slowing down, just that balance, right? That balance between the emotional and the action oriented, the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. Just like that overall balance. But that's what you're finding right now. You're creating that balance. And that's why your guide, your spirits, your team is just like so happy for you right now. And I don't think you necessarily like are seeing just how far you've come, just how much progress you've made. I feel like when you're in the bulk of it, it's like hard to actually step back and see it because for you it's been small, it's been gradual. It's like when you see somebody that if you see somebody every day, you don't notice that they're losing weight, right? Or vice versa. If you see yourself in the mirror, you don't see that you're losing weight, but then you haven't seen someone in like 3 months and you see them for the first time in 3 months, and to them it's just like, damn, bro, like you're looking good. You lost like 30 pounds, or you know what I'm saying? So it's that same thing. It's like you are in it. You're in the depths of it that you don't necessarily, you don't, a lot of you don't actually fully, I feel like you grasp some of it, but you don't fully grasp just how far you've come. And I see you staring at the key, like you know you have the key, and there's kind of some hesitation behind it. And I think a lot of that hesitation is just, I'm getting like, has something to do with owning your voice, owning your power. Owning your power is part of the dark feminine energy as well. But you're ready. Snakes might be significant. Also, the letter S. I'm hearing someone should get out and go dancing or karaoke. Yeah, and that way you can plug these final holes. Allow your growth to come through, to fill you, that emotional fulfillment. Like you're like ready, but you're like staring at the key like, ooh, that's a lot of power. Am I ready for it? You're ready for it. You're ready for it. You've come this far, right? Why would you turn back now? Like you really want to go all that way for nothing? Just turn back? Just to give it all up? Really? We know that's not true. I sure as hell hope not. Shit. I certainly hope not. Keep your ass going, dude. This is just, mm-mm. We ain't stopping now. Be kind to yourself. A lot of creative, passionate energy out here. It's like an initiation period. Or you're being initiated. Conquering fears. Expanding that heart chakra. Conquering fears through expanding that expansion of the heart chakra. Love has no limits. Remember that. And you might need to go back down. Make sure you are continuously going back down, but you might need to go back down into um, your lower level chakras regularly. That's what's going to keep this heart chakra elevated. Continue to just do the energy work. Like this is like a rebirth period. The old you dying, the new being reborn, which makes sense. We have the Ace of Swords out here as well. It's just like this mental upgrade, mental rebirthing in itself. It's just like this treasure that's been waiting to be tapped. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like getting this energy of like just kind of celebratory, like I said, like you're being carried through this, like you're still being led. You're still not entirely sure where you're going, but you're at a point now where you're beginning to trust. And this initiation period is going to take you into that full, like that full embodiment energy. No more 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot up, 1 foot down. You're gonna be stepping into it in full force. Like your flame will rise higher. And things are gonna be a little weird. They're gonna look a little different. You're gonna feel a little different. That's okay. You don't have to be afraid. You seem ready. It's almost like this determined, calm energy. It's a really beautiful, like just self assurance coming through. Yeah, it's just a huge mental upgrade, new beginnings, butterflies, confirmations. Someone still needs to get outside and go stare up at the sky with the stars, clear night sky. Continue to get out in nature regularly. Remember that humility is your greatest strength. I think oftentimes it's easy to think our humility is, we use our own humility against us sometimes as well, right? It's almost like, oh, I don't, to tell ourselves we don't deserve something. Or we'll try to use it logically, right? Or utilizing it as like a tool to fight what our intuition is saying, right? Or well, rather, we're not utilizing it. Yeah, not utilizing humility, right? So you might be tapping into your intuition and then second guessing yourself and being like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would XYZ go this way? Why would it unravel this way? And it's just like, humble yourself. You don't know how everything works. And you're never gonna know how everything works while you're here. So if your intuition changes its mind, then you know it. Just trust it. Remember to lean into your feelings and how things are resonating. Because our intuition speaks to us in feeling, it speaks to us quietly. And I think that's part of what this upgrade is right now. It's going to show you how in tune, how in touch with yourself you truly are. And maybe that's only true for some. Maybe I'm giving you this information because it resonates with me. I don't know. What I do know is I'm trying. And what I do know is this, if this is helping people, that's all that really matters. And I trust that this is my path. And it just can get really easy to second guess and judge ourselves. Or at least this is part of my path, I think, for now. For the next, until I decide to stop, I'm enjoying this. And I think that's why I'm doing it, right? Is I enjoy it. I enjoy utilizing my intuition just to see what comes up, right? And you guys know what's really funny is for me, like these cards are beautiful, but I was against getting them because there's no creative cheat word on them that can kind of like help guide my intuition. It's just a lot of imagery, as to where the other cards were me just like really utilizing the book and like going back and forth and trying to read it and like, just using like my little guide to like the basics. But like getting these just feels a lot easier, right? It just feels better because I'm just like, okay, like it's not so much going back and forth, and it's like, yeah, a little like glance here and there just to see if like, if I need to recall like numerology is helpful. I feel like that sometimes, but it's just like it's what feels good. It feels fun. And I think when I get too much in my head is when I start saying the wrong things and I stop thinking about it in terms of like being fun. I'm like trying to take myself too seriously, right? I'm like not humbling myself. That's when it feels difficult. It feels hard. It feels like when I'm more out of tune. And it's like I feel like I'm fighting that, ooh, throughout the readings at times, because I personally have been going through, like, I mean, I feel like we're all on this journey together, right? And we're all here to connect. And I feel like a really good way to connect is like by being vulnerable. And for me, it's like it's been really difficult for me to own my voice, own my power. And, I've recently learned where that stems from for me, like where the root is, where it's connected. And I'm still untangling that, like right now, but like these huge revelations have just come through for me. And it's like when you're able to trace the root of something and like truly sit with it and understand, like energetically, like understand as well as feel through and release these things, like it's so healing. It's really so healing, and you're able to look at the situations, or when like certain behaviors pop up in you, you can look back, or you can just now have this a different association to it. You can be like, wait a second, no, that's old conditioning that is derived from this. I think oftentimes it's hard for us to cut and let go of certain parts of ourselves when we can't identify where they're coming from. So we just see them as a fault of us as a person, as opposed to it just being a part of being a human who's undergone whatever experiences, because we all go through shit and we all get morphed. And like people don't want to talk about trauma and think that like trauma can only look a certain way, but like I don't care, use whatever words you want to use, but at the end of the day, that's the word we have to use. And it's been like people do experience childhood trauma on so many different levels, right? And like no one should ever be comparing, because at the end of the day, we're all meant to just be loved and appreciated and made to feel safe, loved, accepted, and like we can be who we are. And sadly, most of us didn't like get that kind of reinforcement, and it's okay. I feel like that's a product of like what we're meant to like evolve and go through, right? I feel like there is this evolution that's supposed to take place within us where we can like look at the situation, look at what we've been through, not place blame, not label things as good and bad and this and that, and just simply see that things just are. And we can able to start to understand ourselves and where our triggers come from, where our, where we get defensive, right? If we're getting defensive, something's triggering you. That means you need to look inside, unless someone's straight up like coming at you to hurt you, then you shouldn't be triggered by his words or the way that someone or someone's tone, because it's right. You should be able to be like, oh, that's not about me, that's about them, right? I feel like I don't even know where we just went with this, you guys. Oh god, here we are. But all this to say, like, it can be difficult to be yourself. It can be difficult to take off the mask. But the more we heal ourselves, the more we choose this path of evolution and growth from something other than a technological standpoint, the more we look inward and like start accepting ourselves and loving ourselves, because that's really what it's all about. It's just like, but we're told in so many different ways that we should care what everyone else thinks about us and we should conform and do things this way. Otherwise, you're outside of the box. And if you're outside of the box, you're going to be perceived this way. And it's all just bullshit. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Like this, right? Like this page, right? This YouTube channel account should be able to crash and burn, right? And it goes absolutely nowhere. And I end up working at, I end up working at the Burger King for the rest of my life. It's like, all right, does that mean I'm less worthy? Does that mean I'm crazy? Does that mean I don't deserve love? Does that mean I don't deserve respect? You know what I'm saying? Like we tie and associate all these different things, love, respect, worthiness, like kindness. We tie those things to like external things outside of us. We're like, oh, well, what do you do for work? How much money do you make? Oh, this, well, that, well, that. It's just like, it's sad. It's sad is what it is. We need to learn to not take ourselves so seriously, period. To just start doing things for the hell of it because we enjoy them, because we want to, because we're here to live and experience what it is to be human here on earth, and to learn to love ourselves, accept ourselves. It's just like there's so many different verses we hear about, right? Like and it's like I haven't read any books from front to back or even halfway through, but it's just like the Bible, you know, like treat others how you want to be treated, or wherever that phrase comes from. And it's just like, yeah, exactly. And we don't, because we don't even treat ourselves that way, right? People can't treat people nicely if they don't even treat themselves nicely. How are you going to do that? How are you going to actually do that and actually mean it? Like fully deep down, not just like some fucking bullshit. Like someone talked to me one time about the difference between being nice and being kind. And it made a lot of sense, because niceness is often just like a mask. It's like, I want people to like me. Let me be nice. Kindness is derived from a place of like, I care about you as a human being, right? One's like, one's giving and one's like a means to make yourself feel liked or accepted, or like you're safe. And there's no shame or shade on any of it, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's just like we've all been through things and we all need to heal through things. And you're doing the damn thing. If you're here watching this and you're still watching right now, you're doing the damn thing. Like what I'm saying is resonating with you for a reason. It's because you are going through this. You are going through something similar. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're not wrong. You're absolutely correct. Things need to change. Things need to shift. Things should not be how they are right now in the world. But they are, because there's a bunch of damaged, hurt souls, hurt people out there. And they just can't find their light. They don't love themselves. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy. We might all think we do. But I feel like the bulk of people would be lying to themselves if you were to break it down into like, what does that actually look like to you? What does self-love actually look like to you? How do you describe it? How do you embody it on a day-to-day basis? How do you show up for yourself? How do you set boundaries for yourself? Where do your needs come in? Where do you rank your needs? How much pressure do you put on yourself? Do you allow yourself to rest? Do you feel worthy of receiving love, gifts, help? You know what I'm saying? And not from like a narcissistic point of view either, right? Some people are like, I deserve all the help. But y'all know what I'm saying. Anyways, this is kind of an interesting reading rant. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. So if you watched to the end of this video, thank you. You're an angel. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right. Love you. Bye.